Am I rich yet? Am I rich yet? Let's see. Gotta bring this up. Just finished with work. Is the voice good? Hello, hello. Yeah, that's good. Well, welcome to the live stream. We'll give it a couple minutes until people start coming. Silver Days, XRP Moonboy in the house. Dude, I wish I had bought XRP. I used to back in, my story is back with XLM back here. And I ended up selling at a loss before it went up to 80 cents. But I remember XRP, and XRP would have been a freaking amazing play. But like, who would have known? Like, I didn't know. You probably knew. Good for you. But I would not have guessed that it was going to do this. So we can take a look at XRP for you. Raw Skin sent from Undead Stream. What's up? Hey, yeah, welcome to the live stream, dude. That's so cool that he says that, or like he you know, like it's crazy and awesome that, like, you know, there's a YouTuber that like says, hey, like, you know, you guys go check out Crypto Analysis and stuff. So I don't really watch a lot of people. I actually watch two people now. One's Crypto Undead. And it's pretty cool that, like, you know, he says that, and that's really awesome. So if any of my viewers, definitely go check out Crypto Undead, because we have very similar analysis, and we look at very similar chart indicators. But what's up? Welcome to the live stream. Please let BTC reclaim 95K on the weekly, pretty please. Cherry on top. Let's see. So we could look at XRP. We could look at Bitcoin. What's up, Parker? Dude, do you think Bitcoin is going up? Apparently, everyone thinks so. I don't know. I don't know. We have long ways to go before we're bullish. This is like, I'm looking at Orchid. I'm like, oh, dude, this is great. Look at this. It's like, I'm going up, but like, also, I'm not dumb. Like, I think we're still hitting this downtrend, and we're not over key resistance areas, which we'll look at. So I'll look at it for you. So we'll see, though. I mean, in the worst case scenario is that if this is a fake out, then I'm screwed, because if BTC drops and our coins haven't even like relief rallied, then my coin's going to like 3 cents, you know. So we'll see. Matthew Chopko in the house. What's up, Matthew Chopko? I did not kill those weeds. Apparently, I am responsible for those weeds. I did not know that. So actually, I have to, you know, what did you say? Salt water. Yeah, we looked up Amazon and stuff, but I might just like hire like a gardener to do it. I'm not really sure. I'm still trying to figure that out. But yeah, I definitely have to clean. It rained here, and it never rains where I am. So like, it rained, and then all of a sudden these giant plants started growing in from underneath the pavement, so the concrete. So what's up, Aloe? I would say a coin, but they all pumped already. Hey, Aloe, yeah, you were, what was it, Voxy? No, not Voxy's, AST, right? You were the gambler. You were like, oh, I'm buying AST, and I'm like, dude, that's such a gamble, right? So you probably made good on it, but let me know. Can we get an update on Magic? Yeah. Can we get an update on Magic? You believe? Wait, Magic? Did they rename their token to Treasure? That's weird. Whoa. Yeah, let's take a look at Magic. That's weird. Did they rebranded to Treasure? Just need that altcoin season to start. Yeah, and then we'll be fine. I think today was just a bad day. Oh wow, my thing reconnected and disconnected. All right, let's take a look at XRP. So taking a look at XRP for the diamond hand, XRP, gentlemen in the chat. And then Dwayne Kelly on the house. I'll take a look at your coins. Welcome to the live stream. I hope you're doing okay. Yeah, so for my targets are still valid for XRP. Don't call me crazy, but we have a target at 28, but my target is 650. So some people are gonna say 28, right? And that's where they're getting it from. But we have XRP at 660 to 28 as long as we stay over, yeah, the 236382, which we actually came down, made a lower low, and then we actually ended up closing over the 236 at $1.90. So it's still looking pretty decent for XRP. Wow. I mean, what a monster move. Just a 6x in yeah, you got a 6x. XRP got a 6x in 78 days. What a monster move. Congratulations. All right, let's take a look at Magic. Treasure. Did they rebrand? Because I'm assuming they did, because it wasn't always called Treasure. But yeah, let's take a look at Treasure. So obviously this was a Coinbase coin. It fell off the table, but then we got a huge recovery rally. I think it's because, yeah, so the RSI was extremely oversold and they went straight into extremely overbought. So just be careful. Now with Magic, you can see we actually didn't even come up to the 382 at 36 cents. So that's still on the table for Magic, but just keep in mind that it needs to stay over 18 cents. If it does come down and we don't get a bounce from 18, then this thing's going to go back down and possibly go back down to the lows, if not make a lower low. Okay. As long as right now, if you're diamond handing it and if you're holding it, good for you, because 37 cents is next. And once this thing breaks 37 cents, it's going to go parabolic. The next level is probably going to be a lot higher. Let me see. Yeah, you're looking at 64 cents, which is what, like another 100% from there. So it's, yeah, it's around 179% from the current price. And then usually we get a 618 retracement, which is $1.11. Once we get to that point, we'll reassess the situation, because just keep in mind, I mean, technically it could still come back to that level. And I mean, you're still in a downtrend. Well, I mean, if we break over the 618, then yeah, you're breaking this downtrend. So never mind. But we do need to get over, break $1.11 and stay over it. We can't just get a giant wick. But that's pretty much it for Magic. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Let's see. Ergo. So this is Allo's coin. Allo making the right plays. Now, if only OXT does this. Dude, it went to 70 cents. That's insane. This is exactly why you need to have your sell targets. But if you were to ask me where I would put my sell targets, which is a good question, I would have said like 618, right? I would have said 22 cents. And it went up another, yeah, this thing went up another 200% from the 618. So that's pretty crazy. Just keep in mind that as long as we stay over the 618, though, coming down, we should be fine at 22 cents. Now, I think this also does coincide with the 236382, which it does. So it does coincide with the 382. You actually did get a sell-off, which took us down to the 618 retracement on the downside. So we got a nice little bounce. We did make a lower high. So it needs to stay over 22 to 25 cents. Otherwise, we are going to come back down and break down. So just be careful with this. And yeah, regardless, be careful with Ergo. If this thing does break out, then, I mean, you're looking at, yeah, $2.90 for Ergo. And it's not crazy to think that, because, yeah, I mean, it's only a 2.5 billion market cap. No, it would be a $1.5 billion market cap. So not super uncommon. It's not like it's saying, oh, it's going to like 50 trillion, right? So it's very doable. I consider most coins under 5 billion market cap very, very, very reachable, because a lot of coins have done that. A lot of coins have done that. A lot of meme coins have hit in the billions. So Ergo, but I don't know if you're holding it because you know, this is like a long-term play, or you just saw like, you know, you just did an allo move where you were like, oh, like it's down, so I'm just gonna risk, like I'm just gonna gamble, right? So I don't know, but if you're holding it, those are the targets. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Are we back with OXT? Nope. Okay. What's up, Unity through the people? What's up? If you ain't got no Dogelon Mars, make sure you guys get some. Get you some Dogelon Mars. Welcome to the live stream. Mog and Pepe were doing good, then they fell back. A lot of coins did. I mean, a lot of the Coinbase coins. I actually deleted Coinbase from my phone because I can't handle looking at it. Hold on, give me a second. Hey. All the other cats back. Hey. Blue. Hey, it's okay. Oh, wow. Hold on, there's gonna be a cat fight. Hey, the other blue cat is here. And Brother Boo's like, hold on guys, sorry. There's like a cat fight that's about to happen, so takes precedent over. Oh, there we go. Hey. Yeah, sorry about that. If you guys hear some cats in the background, just don't mind it. The two like we're taking care of two cats, or not taking care of, but we got them houses and we're feeding them. And then now they kind of make this area, like our backyard area, their territory, and we leave food out and water for them. But that attracts other cats, obviously. So the other cats are coming, and then the two cats don't like other cats. So you deleted Coinbase app? Yeah, because I couldn't handle looking at OXT. That's why. I can't handle it. Like, I have it on my computer, but I can't handle looking at it every second, so I'm just going to leave it. No Gemini. I don't have Gemini anymore on my phone. It's so unhealthy. Like, it really is. And I thought I was good, right? You know how like I feel like I'm kind of good, but yeah, I guess it's like an addiction. So damn, why is my OBS keep disconnecting? That's one way to stop the bleeding. Yeah, seriously. Because it's like, you know, it goes up and like, you know, 7 cents 40. And I'm like, oh, wow, like, should I just sell? And I'm like, what am I talking about? Like, or should I buy or whatever, you know, not necessarily buy, but I don't want to get chopped up. Again, the worst thing to do, which I've done in the past, which I have done, is sell, buy back, and, you know, being completely out and then being completely in is just not healthy at all. So I just want to have my coins and just like not look at it, and that's that. But I'm sure you guys understand. Horizon. Hey, let me know if I missed anybody's coins, by the way. Yeah, Horizon had a good move, and then it dumped, right? Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say it dumped. It didn't dump. I'll take a look at Horizon. What's up, Free Lightning in the house? What's up, Free Lightning? How are you doing? Let me know what coins you would like me to look at for you. Yeah, so for Horizon, nothing's bullish until we break 12. Bullish over 20 cents, which, I mean, I think I was making videos back here for you. Not for you, but whoever else was asking for it. It's always the same thing, and I always say the same thing, guys. Where it's like you break the 382, it's a 618 retracement. The same thing works on the flip side, okay? And then if that breaks, then we're probably going to come back down to the low. And then once this breaks, then the next target's 83, and then the all-time high, and then from there it's the 1618. Nobody really knows, so you have to like decide at what point you want to sell. But it's funny because like when it does finally start going up, you know, you sell, and then the one time you sell, you miss out on like it going up to its all-time high. So I get it. I struggle with that too. but it is smart to take profits on the way up. Now, again, it is bearish territory for Horizon. So bearish under 12, it could come back up to 12 and get rejected like it's done multiple times, okay? So it's not out of the woodworks just yet. It could even break it, get into resistance and break down. And then again, once we break the 382 at 20, retesting 46 is next, and then from there to the moon for Horizon. That's pretty much it. Now, financial advice, just my opinion. Flip coins into house for 10 beans. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. 10 beans. That is a lot of beans right there, man. Well, actually, excuse me. I feel like I know your coins. So let's take a look at your coins. I hope when I look at them, they're doing good. I really do. Just like how I hope OXC. See, look, it's going down now. See, if I had my Coinbase app, look, oh my gosh, I would have been like, all right, should I sell? Should I not sell? That's so bad. But no, I'm not. So let's take a look at SNEC. I already know your coins, flip coins, SNEC, CKB, and then we got Billy, and we got Billy, and then we got used car. Free Lightning. Can you look at Pepe? Yeah, Pepe is doing pretty good relative to everything else. Dude, this thing, and it has Robinhood. Like, I think this is a good play long-term wise, but we'll take a look at all these coins. So let's take a look at SNEC. I'll look at SNEC, Pepe, and then the other coins. So taking a look at SNEC, is it up? Yeah, so you're still consolidating in that area. So remember how we were like the selling needs to stop, and this is very common, right? Where then you got that range, and you have to consolidate. If not, you break down. If you go up, then that's when those are the targets, right? 3, 2, 6, 1, 8. So, I mean, you're diamond handing it anyway, so this thing doesn't look bad. But is it getting stuck at the 382? It is getting stuck at the 382. Yeah. So, wait, no, I'm looking at Bitcoin. Oops. Hold on. Sorry. Give me a second. SNEC USC. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so let's take a look at SNEC. Yeah, so SNEC is in a nasty downtrend right now, and same as valid here again. Previous low needs to hold 2019, but I think that's over support, right, on the macro time frame. Yeah, so that is over support because 2018 is support. So you have support at 2018 to 2019 on the macro time frame. It absolutely needs to hold this area, so you have some leeway. If we've already bottomed, the next areas of resistance are going to be 28 to 36. Once that breaks, 618 retracement. But just like how we saw with Orion, just be careful because we can, Horizon, we can come up and get stuck and come back down, right? And then regardless, you're still going to be validating this downtrend, and then you could just draw the different downtrend, like another downtrend differently. So as of today, that would be around a 47 to 103% pump. And then once that breaks, then this thing's going parabolic. I think 2 cents is in play. And that's pretty much it for SNEC. You are diamond handing it. Just remember, the SNEC went up that much before it did a 90% drawdown before it went up 17x, and then it went down 75% before it did a 14x, and now it did a 79%. So you could argue, hey, we've already gone down 80%, it's already bottomed. So there's some hopium for you. Looking at the RSI and the stock RSI, on the weekly, let's look at it on the weekly. Yeah, so on the weekly, you can see that this thing is like, the stock RSI is curling up, which is good. So what you want to see is this every single time. Again, this was the top, and then this was the top, right? So this is very important indicators, right? So flip coins, you have diamond hands, okay? So you can actually look at this, and you won't care about the daily. So that's why I'm showing you this. So when this thing comes back up, and I look at the weekly for the stock RSI, we need a higher high, which is around 2 cents. And regardless, I mean, you're making higher highs across the board. So if we don't make a higher high, just be careful. Both of these also did coincide with the RSI being overbought in the green. Okay, so that's just what we're waiting for. Now, every single time we bottomed, we came to the bottom of the channel, we were here, right? Even here, we were here before we had a parabolic move up. Now, you look at where we are on the stock RSI. We're all the way down here. So we are waiting for this move up and this move up to take us to 2 cents. So in terms of my targets on the upside, again, I think 2 cents, 2.5 cents. And then I don't know, man. I mean, after 2.5 cents, after 2.5 cents, I don't know how high it can go. But again, if I see the stock RSI on the weekly up here and this price made a lower high at the 618, you should probably consider maybe taking some profits because no financial advice obviously, but we can still go down. We might go down from there, which will not be good. But that's pretty much it. 2.5 cents. Anything else after that is just gravy. 2.5 cents would be around I mean, if you're really trying to so it's an 8x, so a little bit more than an 8x, but for easy math, let's just say it's an 8x. So yeah, I mean, it's a 1.6 billion market cap. So how high can it go? It could go another 10x from there, and it could still be only an 11 billion market cap. So the good thing about this is too, it's not on any major exchange yet. So it's not on Binance, Coinbase, Kraken. So it's doing this well without that. So it has relatively, it doesn't, about 1 million volume, but the price action's really good. So when you do get those listings, like when you get the Binance, Coinbase, whatever listing, then you're probably going to go towards that 25 cent mark, which is 100x from right now, which is, again, 11 billion. No, under 20 billion. That's right. That's pretty much it for SNEC. I know that's a lot of information, and I hope that made sense. Let's take a look at Pepe for free lightning. Sorry for that long video, but I want to give as much information as I can. Yeah, so you can see same with Pepe. Pepe has a beautiful chart. You're making this uptrend. You're making higher lows. Sorry, I have to drink some water because I'm yapping too much. So, yeah, so for Pepe, same thing, right? So support flipped resistance at this point. 5084 needs to break. Macro support is 504. So you're still well over that. If we have floored and if we establish a floor here for Pepe, just keep in mind we are getting stuck at resistance right now, which is, so it's 77 and 98. And then once that breaks, it should send us to 4014. And then from there, you're making that higher high. That higher high should put us around, 408, which is actually what Shiba Inu's previous high is, which would be pretty crazy if it does something like that, where it goes up and then maintains this giant uptrend. So that's pretty much it for Pepe as of today. That would be let's just say for easy math, it's a 10x. So yeah, you're looking at a 30 billion market cap, which again, it is kind of pushing it. That is kind of gamble. It is different when you're looking at 100 million market cap and you're like, hey, can it go to 3 billion as opposed to 3 billion going to 30 billion, right? So a little bit more higher risk, but I mean, it is on Robinhood, it's on Binance, it's on Coinbase, it's on every single major exchange. So I don't think this thing's going to necessarily fail. So that's pretty much it for Pepe. I hope that made sense. And yeah. Nervous Network. Nervous Network have a good? Yeah, it did, but it still looks stuck. So taking a look at Nervous Network. Yeah, so very simple for Nervous Network. Yeah, you got resistance at 2051 to 2067. Should send you to around 1 cent, and then from there to the moon. Now, you have support on the macro time frame Yeah, you actually ended up staying over 2 zeros 38. You ended up closing over that. So this is still valid as long as it consolidates over this point. You should be fine. These targets you should consolidate, and once we eventually break up, these are the targets that need to break over. But keep in mind, it can still go up to these levels, come back down and make a lower low, and then validate this downtrend that we're in, because we are in a downtrend for nervous network. Yeah, so just keep that in mind. And that's pretty much it for CKB. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Free lightning for 2. Thank you so much. What is that sticker? Oh, let's go. Hey, thank you so much for the 2. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate the super chat. That's awesome. Thank you. And let me know what other if there are any other coins you need me to look at for you. In the meantime, let's look at OXT and see if I'm. Oh no, it's going down on the 1 minute chart. This is not good. This is not good, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's going down on the 1 minute chart. OXT on the 1 minute chart is not bullish. Oh yeah, so let's do used car. Let's see if anything has changed with the saved chart that we have. Yeah, so nothing has actually happened with used car. You can see that we are still establishing a base here. We're consolidating. So as of right now, 2 zeros 28 to 2 zeros 66 are in play. As of today, that's around a 140 to 460% pump. And 2 cents 30 would be next, which is, yeah, 17x. That's a lot. That's a big move up. That's pretty much it for used car. Again, it needs to stay over 3077. And then, hey. Okay. So, what was it, Billy? What was it, Billy? So let's take a look at Billy. So yeah, same with Billy. Like, except Billy, you can see it's not doing that good compared to used car. So it does need to stay over 2 zeros 18.99, which we're technically at right now. For whatever reason, if this doesn't hold, the next area of support, we don't know how low this thing's going to go before we establish support. So just be careful with Billy. It does need to get some sort of bounce right now. I mean, theoretically, it should. Nothing too crazy on the RSI or stock RSI, so I don't see why we wouldn't. But yeah, I mean, it does look like it's kind of bottoming out right now. It doesn't look like it's going much steeper like it was before. So our best bet is consolidation and then eventually a breakout. What we don't want to see is obviously making lower lows. But we'll see. We'll just have to wait and see for Billy. So no financial advice, just my opinion. And thank you so much for the super chat, Flip Coins. I really appreciate it. If we could look at Swift Coin, that would be nice. I think I'm good after just seeing what other coins you're reviewing. Yeah, and you know, when it later on we could look at this. Like, I like to look at the coin market cap and then change it to the 24 hours. And then yeah, I mean, realistically, like stacks. What is this? It's up 9% in the 24 hours. You know. And that's the most percent in the 24 hours. That's crazy. I think this is on, yeah, this is on Coinbase, so it had a nice bump. So let's take a look at Swift Coin, and then DZ has a coin. So we'll take a look at your coin, DZ. Yeah, so there's nothing changed with Swift Coin. Yeah, nothing has really happened or changed with Swift Coin. So much price history. Yeah, 2018. Wow. Look at this. This thing came out in 2018. It went down. It bottomed in 2018, December. It consolidated for 5 years. No. 18, 19, 20, 21, 21, 22, 22, 23. It consolidated for 5 years before it went back up to its 2018 high. It actually broke its previous 2018 high. Wow. So whoever consolidated and believed in this coin, congratulations, because that's crazy. That's crazy that, 5 years of consolidation. So you can see it's still over the 382 on the macro time frame, so we don't need to necessarily look at other areas of support. It is still respecting the 382. Now, from the high to the low, you can see we also did get stuck at the 236, 382 resistance. We did get a breakout, but then we sold back down. This wasn't that, big of a pump. Sometimes you get pumps up to the 618 and it comes back down. Sometimes you get a pump up to the 0.5 and it comes back down. And that's exactly what happened here with Swiftcoin. We are still technically in resistance. So as long as we stay over 11 and once we break 1 cent 50, then you are looking at retesting 2 cents 30. And then once that breaks, it's Swiftcoin to the moon. And my target at 8 cents is still valid. So just keep that in mind. And that's pretty much it. Not financial advice, just my opinion. 8 cents is around another 5x from here. From there, I have no idea. Yeah, I mean, the market cap's going to be 750 million. No, 650 million. So God bless. I don't know how much higher it can go. We'll take a look at it at that point. But conservatively speaking, I think 8 cents would be, again, conservatively a target on the upside. Let's see. Can we look at Toby? What's Toby? I'm assuming it's this 6.8 million. DZ, can you confirm that this is the right coin? You're welcome. If we look, oh no, you're welcome. I'm hoping that's what CRV does. Well, let's take a look at CRV because yeah, I don't know. Because you're always here, so I might as well look at your coin, right? All right, let's see. All right, CRV. Yeah, I mean, these look pretty good. Yeah, not using that wick, 750. I mean, yeah, you came down, and then you're staying over bearish territory at 43 cents. So 75 cents is in play, and then $1.84 on the macro target. Let's see on the shorter time frame. Yeah, on the shorter time frame, look, we're over the 382 at 57 cents. So 79 cents is in play right now. Yeah, let's see, 79 cents, and then yeah, 79 cents puts us over the 382 on the macro time frame. Just keep in mind with CRV, if it comes up and gets stuck at 79 cents and comes back down, that means we would have gotten rejected at the short term 618, but also the macro 382. So that's a very important point. 75 to 79 cents. So if you're like me, and if you delete a Coinbase, and then you one day look at Coinbase, which is every day for me, you could look at your coin, and if it's over like 75 cents, then you're like, hey, I'm good, I'm set, this thing's about to fly. And then if not, then if it's at 79 cents, and then you're like, ooh, I don't know, you have to decide at that time. I mean, theoretically, hopefully you'll be in profit, so it doesn't matter. Money is money. So let's see. So okay, so DZ says that's Toby. Okay, yeah, so for Toby, I mean, there's really not much I can do. Let's see. Yeah, so for Toby, we're breaking over 7 zeros 15, which is the 236. Once we break 7 zeros 21, then 7 zeros 33 is in play, and then from there, previous high, and 6 zeros 25 would be in play. So we're actually stuck in resistance right now. Good thing is we're not bearish because we're not under the 236. So 7 zeros 21 is in play. That's around a 32% pump from the current price. Once that breaks, you're looking at 7 zeros 33, which is around 112%. If it goes up here and once we get a breakout, then this thing is going back up to the moon. To the high, it's 4x, and then to its new all-time high, it's around a 15x. So that's pretty much it for Toby. Not financial advice, just my opinion. What's up, John? Welcome to the live stream. John. Hi, gang. ASM and PYR. Let's see. ASM. See, like, that's just, like, this is what I'm talking about. This is, like, I don't want to see OXT do this and then give it all back. And that's happened. Unity, if you're in here still, you know that feeling because that's happened to me twice with Dojo on Mars, where it's like a brutal feeling where it's like, you're like, it goes up, and then it goes all the way back down, and you're like, how, right? Am I the only one? No, people think like that too. And then surely the next time that's not going to happen, but we go up, make a higher high, and then you go down. And then you're like, how? So that feeling's horrible. Gotta ask, but you sell, no. I will let you know. I will let you know when I sell my OXT. I have my 100K coins like away, and that's what I have, 100,000. So that means that if OXT hits $1, I will have 100K. I'm assuming you mean like the rest of my coins, but yeah, that's all I have left. And I never bought back in for long term, like my long holds. Short, yeah, and I got wrecked. Long holds, no. So I haven't added to my long hold for OXT after I sold in December. But short, yeah, Allo would be very disappointed because I got greedy and I didn't take profit, and I did the same thing I did with Vara. So we don't have to talk about that though. But long, 100,000 coins. I'm just gonna keep that. That's it's not that bad. All right, so let's take a look at ASM. Yeah, so for Assemble. Oh, you are here. Yeah, we're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. Yeah, I can say the most logical thing ever, right? Oh yeah, like if it goes up to 382 and it doesn't go up, sell it. Do we do it? No, because we're greedy. We're like, what if it goes to the 618? And then when it goes to the 618, you're like, what if this is the time that it goes up to its previous all-time high? It goes up to the previous all-time high, you're like, well, if it goes up to this all-time high, then it's of course going to break the all-time high. Right? This is all stuff we're all I'm just saying it, we're all thinking it though. But yeah, brutal. I just can't wait until I'm completely done and out. But we'll see. Okay, so for ASM, we saw support at 1 cent 48. And then on the shorter time frame, if we've bottomed here, then you are looking at resistance at 2 cents 50 to 3 cents 20. Once that breaks 4 cents 50, and then from there we'll start looking at it on the macro time frame. Yeah, so 4 cents 50 puts us over the 382. So if we go to 4 cents 50 or 4 cents or around there and get stuck and come back down, we're still not macro bearish, macro bullish. We do need to break over those points and stay over those points in order to have a continuation up and for it to be bullish on the macro time frame. That's pretty much it for ASM. So thank you. Good thing for ASM is, again, you are maintaining an uptrend. You're making higher highs. You are getting some sort of compression here. So what we really want to see is a breakout. You don't want to see something like that. That's what you don't want to see. If that happens, that's not good. EBG, hey brother, how are you? Dogelon gang in the building. RSI, keep an eye on it. I think we have a decent pump, but altcoin season is definitely coming. New all-time high, 204, 308, 202. Dang, those are some crazy targets. I really hope you get those targets, man. My first target, well, not my first target, but my long-term target for Dogelon is here. 402 right here. Yeah, 402, which is on its own, that's crazy. From the current price, it's Yeah, it's 170x. So that's my target. But dude, imagine if it goes to eats another two zeros, two zeros too. That would be I think the market cap would be just like too much. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at that, but yeah, we do have a target here at 306. So I really hope. I mean, one step at a time, right? We got to get one step. We got to get over 33 before anything with Dogelon. That's the truth. Once we get over 33 and stay over it this time, then we can start getting excited. Then I'm gonna start getting excited. Altcoin season. Can we look at Voxel? No, I haven't. Oh, you wrote, can we look? Oh, I got distracted by DZ's comment. Yeah, we can look at Voxel. But I think I missed a coin. Yeah, I made a video on Voxel. So, I made a video yesterday on Voxel. But I'll update this for you. Am I missing a coin? Oh, John said PYR. Vulcan Forge. Dude, I really hope this coin makes it for you because you always come in here and ask about it. Some people are just like me where I always go into Vision's live stream. I'm like, hey, OXT, OXT. You know, it's just brainless activity. You know, I'm at work, you're at work. You're like, oh, watching somebody on live stream. You're just like, oh, hey, I have this coin. So why don't you look at my coin? So I get it. I hope I hope we all make it. I hope you guys make it. Some coins are obviously doing extremely well compared to others. Have you looked at Aerodrome already? No. Would you like me to look at Aerodrome for you? All right, let's see. Let's look at Voxies, and then we'll look at Vulcan Forge. Yeah, so for Voxies, I think we got stuck at the 382, right? Yeah. So yesterday's video, we said, hey, we came up to 16 cents, got rejected. Yesterday's video, we were over 7 cents. Now we're not, so we're bearish again, okay? So just be careful with Voxies because we are still technically bearish under 7 cents 40, bullish over 16. And I think that does also coincide with 382, right? It does. So the next area of support, again, on the flip side, would be 4 cents 50. That is the next target for Voxies. So if we don't get a bounce from there, we're probably going to come back down to the lows, if not make a lower low. If we do get a bounce, then great. We'll look at the targets on the upside. But regardless, if we do get some sort of reversal up until or before 4 cents 60 support, 7 cents 40 needs to break and 16 cents needs to break to be macro bullish. That's pretty much it for Voxels. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Vulcan Forge. Yeah, so for this, you made an all-time low actually. So just be careful with this coin. On the macro time frame, bearish under 226, bullish over $4. On the shorter time frame, bearish under $1.32, bullish over $1.71. Should take you to 259, and I think 259 does put you over the 236 at 220 on the macro time frame. So again, that area 220 to 254, very, very, very important. Strong resistance. Once we break that, then we're going to the moon. But again, outside of that resistance, this previous low needs to hold. Otherwise, we're going to just make a lower low, unfortunately. Now, financial advice, just my opinion. I really think we're going to make it. I think we're going to make it. I think we're going to be fine. I think that as long as I'm not constantly looking at the chart and, every day at work, and sometimes I look it up, it'll be nice just to see it gradually going up instead of like, oh man, it just went down. Oh no. Am I going to zero on the live stream? Imagine that. It's just crazy. Like, what a perfect downtrend. Yes, please. Oh, you want me to look at Aerodrome? We all do that on Visions. Yeah, I'm always in there. I'm just like Dojal on Mars, and then, OXT, Dojal on Mars, OXT. I think I asked more for OXT because I feel like I'm like so down on OXT on the long term, like since 2019. Like, can you believe I bought that coin in 2019? I bought that coin after I bought that coin after I made money on Shiba Inu. So I I was in XLM. I lost money in XLM, and then XLM went to 80 cents, and I would have had so much money if I'd held. And then I didn't. I bought Shiba Inu, which still made me some money. Didn't make me as much as if I had held XLM, but it still made me some money. I took all of that, and I'm like, ooh, OXT, that's a nice coin. I put it all in, and I've been in ever since. So my friend, he's like, dude, you need to just like, I can't, it's like 5 years later, you sound like a parrot, like a broken record. I always tell him OXC, and he's like, you sound like a parrot. Like, you've been saying the same thing over and over again for 5 years. And I'm like, I know, but I'm not giving up on it. And last night I had a dream, and it went to $5, and I'm not even joking. That doesn't mean I'm gonna sell it at $5. It just means that it might go up if there's any sort of correlation between your dreams and reality. Your sirens had me looking outside. If I had warrants, that's funny. Yeah, there are a lot of the helicopter goes by once a day here. Actually, you know what? I wouldn't say once a day. I would say like maybe like once a week. The previous place we used to stay, it was like once a day almost. Um, Keyboard cat. I'll take a look at keyboard cat. Gearhead in the house. Did you break even yet on OXC? No. No, I didn't. What's up, HQZ? How's it going? Gearhead. Oh no, he wants me to look at Gala. Should I look at Gala? We'll take a look at Gala for you. We gotta look at Aerodrome first, though. Holding is the hardest part. It is. Every time you enter the building, it's is go by. I had a dream. I did have a dream, and it hit $5, and I was so happy. That's why I hold DGen and ALB. Let me see. So let's take a look at Arrow for the gentleman or whoever asked. Arrow was listed on Coinbase. So that was, yeah, there we go. Yeah, so for Arrow, it actually did end up holding support at the 618. So you can see we actually did come down and tag the 27-cent support on the macro time frame. Now, if we've bottomed here, you have resistance at 45 cents, which we did get a bounce, and we actually got stuck at it. So we got stuck at 45 cents. Next area of resistance would be 61 cents. So if we can manage to get over this box, it should send you back up to $1.03. And then once that breaks to the moon, other than that, if it does come down and break, then we're probably going to come back down to the low, unfortunately. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Can you check others on the weekly? I swapped all my Bitcoin for DGen. Wow. Good luck. Gala is hot dog water. No point in checking. Let's check others, though. Others on the weekly. Oh my god. Wait, hold on. Is it curling up? Oh, what? It is curling up. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Guys, we might get a massive move up right now. Because that's what happened here, right? That's what happened here. We consolidated. We moved up how many days after? August, September, October, November. So 3 months. So we're already looking at February, March, April. Yeah, so February, March, April. So yeah, we're looking at the... Hold on. Is it though? Give me a second. Let me see. Yeah, 84 days. So let me see. 84 days from the bottom though, so it would be right here. Yeah, so 84 days would be May 26th. So next month. So are we going to start printing green candles until the end of May? That would be pretty epic. And then that's going to bring the 2-week stock RSI back up. Others is going to go up. And if we maintain this uptrend and if we maintain this structure, then you're going to be making a higher high. And hopefully at that time, we're going to have alt season. So congratulations, Gearhead, for pointing that out. You just gave me hopium, and my OXT is not hot dog water. Yeah, hot dog water. And your gala is not going to be hot dog water. I think we're going to be fine. If you want to be a DGen, you got to be holding DGen. I do like DGen. It's just I refuse to buy like so many different coins, but once I'm out and I'm very close to being completely out of OXT indefinitely, once I'm done with it, I'm going to be looking into other coins to do the same thing with. DGen is on that list. Another coin is Spell, and then AMP. Mog is one, but I feel like I missed it with Mog. Keyboard Cat. But Keyboard Cat is way too of a high risk. Yeah, man, this thing's just like, look at this. This thing's just a cat like playing the piano. This thing's a cat playing the piano. That's funny. Yeah, so for Keyboard Cat, it looks like it's yeah, so we came up, smacked the top side of this. We came back down. It needs to get back over 23.94, which is basically out right now. If it doesn't, we're going to come back down and make a lower low. Hold Ethereum, it will go to 0. I did it well for, I did all for the Nookie. It would be about damn time for some upside. It looks like it. It really does look like it. Look, we're like literally getting that stock RSI reset. We did get the stock RSI reset. So now it's about to go nuclear. I see you, Hopium. Yeah, medical Hopium is on the table. This has always been here. This has always been here. It's just because we were looking at Keyboard Cat and it kind of looks like that. Because it looks like, you know, like a piano. They have a hot dog that plays synthesizer. That's how high risk. Now that is high risk? Yeah. Really? Imagine if they actually have a hot dog. Is that a coin? No, never mind. You're trolling. Redstone? What is that? No way. Gearhead, that's funny. One day with OXT and everyone's going to be like, oh my gosh. Like, he was right. You know, like, oh, he was right. I'm gonna tell my friend. I'm gonna show him a picture of the chart one day, and it's gonna be at like $2. And I'll be like, hey, remember like you remember for the last like 5 years I told you like OXT, and then he's like, yeah, and I'm gonna be like, look, check this out. But even then, that's still not like $1 million. I don't think I'm gonna. Yeah, no way. No way. Like, I'm like hoping OXT hits $1. You know, I'll be happy at 80 cents. Like, yet alone like $2, $3. You're a tiny square in the screen, not even notice. Oh yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. 5 years of downtrend on OXC, then finally parabolic on. I feel like that's normal, and that's like the normal thing in crypto though. Like, you know, a lot of people lose hope. A lot of people lose money on the way down, and they like lose hope and all that stuff. And then one day it just sends it up, and then it brings like a whole new group of investors in, where it's like, oh, hey, this coin's like doing good. And then they spend another, like, you know, they spend another 5 years dumping, and then like everyone sells again, the price makes a lower low, the project is dead, and then what do you know? Like, you know, they pump it again. Gonna change his name to Crypto Meownillionaire. Crypto Meownillionaire. That's funny. Meowlionaire. Crypto Meowlionaire. Meownillionaire. Man, that's weight. Meownillionaire. OX tail. What is that? Oh, you mean like the person in the chat? I always assumed, because there's a person in that chat. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. That's funny, because there's a person in Vision's chat, and his name is OXT Ale, but it's actually oxtail. Oh, oxtail is a food. I just assumed that oxtail is like an oxtail. It's a tail of an ox. What is it? Sin dog. Wow. Oh my gosh. There's a dog playing the keyboard now. Oxtail, what is that? Like some sort of rich food or something? Do rich people eat oxtail? Never heard of it. Check this out, guys. Okay, you know, you might be calling me crazy. Aloe, get in this trade. Okay, not financial advice. Check it out. Look. Okay, let me show you. OXT on the weekly though, you get the same indicator as you did with others, right? Where the stock RSI is going up, and every single time that's happened, right? Let's look. So here, you know, I mean, yeah, we did make a lower low, but we still went up like, you know, 64%. Here, you know, we still went up. Man, it just doesn't have any power behind it. That sucks. Here. So even here, but yeah, this would be like super tricky, because at what point do you sell? Like, you know, like nobody knew that it was gonna just it was just gonna stay here, but it did go down, and then like we made a higher high here. So, and then you have here. Yeah, it's really not that noticeable, actually. Lower ENS, not rich food. Oh, I didn't know that. Look. Oxtail. Yeah, never had it. Look at everything that pumped on the weekend on Coinbase. They all made way lower lows, like 80% of them. I need OXT at like 2 cents, 3 cents. Damn. Yeah, you're right. I noticed that. I noticed that all the coins did something like this, and then they did that. What was it, like AST? Right? Look at that. AST did that. It made a lower low, and then now it's going up. I feel like this is like, imagine if, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Oxtail was poor people food till hipster chefs made it popular on TV. Now it's become less affordable in some areas. Kind of like how chicken wings were next to nothing. Now they are more expensive. Oh, I didn't know that. Elon will be at the top with alt season. You know, it's awesome to see Elon trending though. There was a couple. Do you remember? I don't know if you look at this EBG, but there's a couple of times where, you know, when we were pumping, when Elon was pumping, it was actually on the trending coins. So like if you click trending coins, it was like it made it to top 5 a couple of times, and I was super. I was like, dude, everyone's gonna look at, you know, everyone's looking at Dogelon Mars right now. But the price went all the way back down, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's nice to see your coin on there. I could say OXT just hasn't. OXT was never on the trending list. I love Jamaican jerk chicken. AST BLZ. All right, let's check your coins. Well, we did AST BLZ. Oh, Blue Zell. Damn. Yeah, it had a nice move up, but it came all the way back down. Yeah, what happened with Blue Zell? Damn. Yeah, so it had a nice move up, but yeah, it had a 106%, and then now it's only up 16%. Yeah, so Blue Zell isn't looking good, and these spikes are not good. These are like liquidity spikes, so that's not good. You're still making lower lows and lower highs. What's the next one? Voxel. Oh yeah, that's right. I just made a video. Give me a second, guys. That's funny. My friend's texting me, and he's watching the stream right now, and he's like texting me like it's important stuff, and then he's like, "Oh, haha, I just like watching you look at your phone." Whoa, who says that, weirdo? What a freaking weird thing to say. Anyway, what was it? Voxel. Yeah, we actually looked at Voxel, but Voxel actually ended up keeping some of its gains, right? Yeah, it did. Yeah, so it's still up. FX. Yeah, I saw that one too. Yeah, wow. It just did a 2x just like that. You know, but just be careful. You know, FX has rebranded to Pundi AI. Like, what is this? NKN 00. Yeah, I saw 00 too. This coin has been on Coinbase forever. We did get a nice pump, but like it gave it all the way back. Like it went up 100% and then it gave it all the way back. It gave it all back, which is unfortunate. Is this being delisted or no? Because why is it only on... Yeah, why is it only on Coinbase and Uniswap? Perpetual Protocol. Yeah, another one. This one didn't really have that much strength behind it though. 16 to 32. Yeah, not quite. I guess almost 100%. Almost 100%. I've seen this happen with Cube Steak. Cube Steak is just made from cheap cuts of meat by running it through. Nice. Others. Yeah, we pumped the number 4 for like a week. Yeah, I remember that. None of them had any volume except Voxel though. Yeah. Also, that's it's like I have my Coinbase app and I'm getting notified. I'm like I don't even have these coins, but my OXT isn't going up. So nope, deleted, done. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully our coins are next. I mean, really that's what we're waiting for. It's still Bitcoin season right now. Just keep in mind we're literally still sitting at 16 on the altcoin season index. Things are not looking well. What's this? Form 4. Yeah, like what this is what's going to happen with OXT, right? One day it's just going to go boom. Oh, binary X. What happened to binary X? Wasn't this on Coinbase or no? No, this has never been on Coinbase. Yeah, this is what OXC is going to do this is what all of our coins are going to do one day. They're just going to go boom. And then it's going to literally get rid of 3 years of selling. So that's what's going to happen. Where are we with the fear and greed? Yeah, so the fear and greed is at 38 now. We're going back up. So, I mean, the time frame was, March 2024 to November 2024. So March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So it took 8 months. So 8 months would be November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So maybe we get alt season from now until July, August, and then bear market starts. But yeah, I can't wait to finally buy Bitcoin next cycle, like in the next 2 years. In the next 2 years, when the RSI and when the RSI and when the stock RSI has completely reset and is extremely bearish. It's funny because even on the weekly, right? So, that's what people that are new and don't understand crypto, it's like you can't talk to them because it's like, oh, why don't you just buy Bitcoin? Why don't you just, do that? And it's like, dude, when the bear market hits, we're going to drop 50% almost immediately. If you're buying right now, whoever's buying right now is going to get absolutely decimated. And there's no, you just have to be in it. You just have to go through it because I went through this and I went through this, and I am not about to sit here and go through this again with my money in the market. So the only reason why our money is still in the market right now is because we haven't gotten alt season yet. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't understand that right now, if you're buying anything, you should be buying Ethereum, because Ethereum dominance right now is floored. It's literally it's lower than 2019. So this is absolutely insane. Look at the Ethereum dominance. It is literally the RSI is extremely oversold. This has never happened for Ethereum. So that's like, this is unheard of. We're literally looking at history in the making right now. And that's what people don't understand. It's like, hey, right now, it's time to buy Ethereum. In 2 years, when Bitcoin's at 30 to 40 grand, that's when you buy Bitcoin. But, they're just going to have to do it and figure it out, But I want to buy at like the cheapest possible moment. I want to time it because I'm always looking at it. Because I'm always on here. I'm always making videos. So I always see this. Now, Bitcoin dominance still hasn't dropped. Unfortunately, it's still not dropped. We are going up. So we're just waiting for Bitcoin dominance to drop. and for us to make money. That's that. Oh, well, let me read the chat. There goes a dynamic meow. That's a good one. Dynamic meow. Hey, bro, have you gone over M87 yet? No, I can take a look at it, though, before I leave. Yeah, so nothing has actually happened with this coin, actually. But we'll take a look at it still. Did Vision sell everything in March like he was planning? I don't know. I don't know Vision like that. And even if I did, I wouldn't necessarily like tell people like what he did, but I don't know him. He doesn't even know me, so I don't know what people are doing with their portfolios. Hey, can you look at Dow? QZ, I don't think so. We need Ethereum to make an all-time high. It will. We just looked at how it's floored. That's what we're all banking on. Dwayne Kelly for 5. Hey, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. That's awesome. 5 beans, man. That's awesome. And it's the end of the live stream, so if you need me to look at any coins, please let me know and I will take a look at it before I leave. That would be nice. Yeah, I mean, look, we just looked at it. Ethereum dominance is all the way at the bottom. This is historic. This has never happened before. I don't know how many times to say that, but this is historic. This has never happened before, guys. This has never happened before. We broke the previous floor at 7.10%. We're at 7.02%. That's insane, okay? I mean, if really, like, yeah, I mean, really going back over here as a 2x, that puts Ethereum at like 6 grand. So hopefully we go back over 20%, 10%, but I hope so. That would be nice. DCA, fear people Ethereum will people fear Ethereum will go obsolete. I don't think so. Solana will take the place of Ethereum. SUI will take the place of Solana. No, I don't think so. I think Ethereum is always going to be number 1 or number 2. Ethereum is a falling knife or a good time to buy. We don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you to buy or sell. All I know is that Ethereum is at the historic lows right now. Like, given that also Ethereum is extremely... Here, let's see. Yeah, so on the daily, well, we gotta look at it on the weekly. On the weekly, the RSI is close to being oversold, and the stock RSI is completely reset for Ethereum. So we've already been down here with Ethereum since February. We've been basically free falling since February of 25, sorry. So, I mean, how much longer are we going to stay down here, right? We've already been down here for, you know, February, March, April, going on 3 months now. I mean, this is historic, right? The last time this has happened was, I mean, it's never really stayed down this long. Yeah, it's never really like had a straight line. I guess here, I guess over here, right? But even then, we got a nice little bounce coming out of it. So, is that where we're at? Is that where we're at? Where we're gonna get that nice little bounce coming out of it? I think so. At least I'm playing around it where it is gonna be. It is gonna be that. So let's take a look at Messier really quick. So for Messier, nothing has changed from our last video. From the high to the low, bearish under 405, bullish over 65. Once that breaks, 4,097 is in play, and then from there back up to its all-time high. In terms of support for M87, you can see we're still over 4,032. So as long as we're over 4,032, then we should get that reversal, and those targets on the upside are still valid. That's pretty much it. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Are we going back up? Oh, we're back. We're going back up. Let's go. Let's see. Wait, is OXC going up? Oh shit, it's pumping. Oh man, hey, imagine it pumps. I don't have an app anymore, so I'm gonna have to wait, is it actually pumping? Yo, let's go. It's pumping on the hour. I'm gonna have to log in and sell. And you guys are gonna see my login information. You guys are gonna steal my money. I'm just joking, obviously I'm not gonna do that. But damn. Let's see. You're welcome, Shemi. And you're welcome, Kat. With that being said, I think that we're gonna call it. We've been live for about an hour and 15 minutes now, so that's a pretty good short live stream for Monday. So we'll call it there. I love it. See, I knew a couple more people were gonna come. Hey, OXC is pumping on the hourly. Look, it's at 7 cents now. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. All I needed is at 15. All I needed is at 80 cents. Like, all I need is 80 cents. How funny is that? Let's take a look at, you said Maniki? Demon wants Maniki. Let's take a look at Maniki. So let's see if anything's changed from our previous chart. Yeah, so, okay, so we actually didn't hold the box, but you can see when we broke down, we did quickly get back over it. So, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so yeah, so this is still valid actually for Maniki. Yeah, the 382 is still valid. Okay, so for Maniki, as long as we stay over 19 to 20, so 20 is 19, 20 is 20, you're retesting the 382 at 20 is 32. Once that breaks, this thing's going to the moon. We have another shot at the bottom, or sorry, we have another shot at the 618, which is going to be 2073. But if we break this box, the next area of support, the last line of defense would be 2016. If that doesn't hold, we are probably going to come back down to the lows, if not make a lower low. So that's pretty much it for Maniki, not financial advice, just my opinion. OXQ's at 7 cents on the live stream, guys. Bye HQZ, thank you so much for coming. Shadow Frost, I'm always lurking. What's up, Shadow Frost? Welcome to the end of the live stream. So yeah, with that being said, with Maniki, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion. This is all just for entertainment purposes. Have a great day. Have a great week. I will be going live on Thursday, 5 p.m. after work, like as usual, 5 p.m. And, you know, we could take a look at coins at that point. Hopefully OXC and all of our coins are up 10, 20% at that time. And we'll all be in a good mood. Have a great week. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for all the subscribers, all the members. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. Have a great night, and I'll catch you guys in the next live stream.